Good morning, guys. I hope that you are blessed today. The time is 9:22. The day is Sunday, the 24th of May, 2026. I'd like to talk about why it is important to guard our sexual gates. Before I start, I want to say my content is not meant to judge anyone. As humans, we all know the difference between right and wrong, even if we claim not to know. Our consciousness tells us what is wrong or right. Romans chapter 2, verse 14 to 15 says, when those who do not have the law do by nature what is required by the law, they are a law unto themselves, even though not knowing the law. Verse 15 says, the requirements of the law are written in their hearts, and their consciousness bear witness. Their thoughts accuse them and also defend them. I want to speak about sexual purity and why it is important to guard our sexual gates. I have had sex many times ever since finding out what sex was. Fortunately, I have a low body count, which does not remove from the fact that sex out of wedlock is still a sin. It is not fortunate that I have a low body count. What would have been fortunate is me never having partaken in the act of having sex, because that opened doors of lust into my life. Because remember, when you do not have knowledge about anything, there is no way you can be tempted to do it because you have never done it before. So when I started having knowledge of sex through doing it, the door of lust was opened. So I always knew what I was doing was lawless. When I was not saved, even when I became saved, I did it knowingly, disobeying. Yet now I have decided no sex till marriage. If no marriage, then I won't be having sex at all, by God's grace. Because I need to preserve my sexual energy and transmute it into something else if that is the case. I'll start with an anecdote. I came across a lady. Let's call her Gina for argument's sake. Gina is physically attractive and she knows. Gina does not work. I'm not sure how she goes about making money, but from how she behaves, I deduced it is likely Gina sleeps with men for money. Gina loves revealing clothes that show off her butt and other things. Gina throws around flirtatious eyes meant to attract interest from men. Gina seeks attention from guys Gina seemingly believes she can benefit from. What is the benefit? But money. Gina does not work and has no dignified source of income, hence the possibility she sells the cookie for some money is very likely. Going to work one early morning, I saw Gina being brought home by whomever. As this car passed me, Gina could not even look me in the eyes, as if she had some sort of shame about herself or shame about being seen. I could tell Gina went to get some. Or was it the guy that went to get some because of Gina's physical attractiveness, which is what mostly draws men to her and the way she dresses, very revealingly. There are individuals, be it male or female, who lay with different people continually, either for money or because they love lust and sex. Why do we do that to our bodies? Do we not love our own bodies? Are we caught in YOLO, the concept of you only live once, thinking we will remain young forever? Why do we subject ourselves to sleeping with different people, connecting ourselves spiritually to them? This life is crazy. Sex is the pathway to the soul. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 16 states, if you have sex with a prostitute or someone, the both of you become one in body. So tell me, how many people have we united ourselves to through past sexual immorality? Who are we uniting ourselves to through present sexual sin and future sexual sin? If you are constantly engaging different sexual partners, then you are united to Sheikhs, Festus, Shikongo, Andreas, and Petrus. You are united to Maria, Fina, Gina, Tina, and Dina. Genesis chapter 2 verse 24 says, a man shall leave father and mother, hold fast to his wife, and they shall be one flesh. The directive is clear. A man and woman marry and become one flesh. When they become intimate, they do not sin because they are united together before God. Why is it important to guard our sexual gates? Now we come to the very important part of this topic. Because sexual purity maintains our holiness. You can be celibate but still sinning. So being holy must be done in a holistic manner. Therefore now we are talking about sexual holiness. Leviticus chapter 11 verse 44 says, for I am the Lord your God. You shall therefore consecrate yourselves, and you shall be holy, for I am holy. Galatians chapter 17 verse 18. It speaks about the flesh wars against the spirit and vice versa. This keeps us from doing what we want to do. Because mind you, sometimes when we want to sin, our spirit tells us we're doing something wrong, but then our flesh is telling us, oh, just do it, just come on, do it, feed me, feed me. So it is important our spirit wins the battle over the flesh in order that we do God's will, which is sex under the right circumstance, which is a union of marriage. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 3 to 5. We will not live in lustful passions. Guarding our gates ensures we escape lustful passions. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 13. Now the body is not for fornication, but for the Lord, and the Lord for the body. Verse 15 of the same chapter and book. Your bodies are members of Christ. Do not take your body and adjoin it to a harlot. Verse 18 of the same book and chapter. You sin against our own body when we fornicate. Verse 19 and 20. Our bodies are temples of God. We are not our own. We were bought with a price. Hence we are to glorify God with our bodies. We are to guard our sexual gates because our body is not for fornication, but for the Lord. Our bodies are members of Christ. How do we go on defiling members of Christ? We sin against our own bodies when we fornicate. We are temples of God, whom we bought at a price, to glorify God with our bodies. Hence it is expected we grow up. We grow up. We have to grow up, guys. You can't be a Christian and be doing the same things over and over again. As much as I speak to you guys, I'm speaking to myself. I'm speaking to myself as much as I'm speaking to you. So I'll just superimpose the verses because we've come to the end right now. And I'll leave them up a bit so you can read them. God bless you. And we shall talk again.